Hope you guys had a good weekend. This is completing the square day 3, and this is actually going to transition us into graphing, which we're going to start tomorrow. Okay, so the form that this part of the unit is about is called vertex form. And vertex form looks like this, okay? This should look familiar to you because this is the same form as with the transformations. All right, so we've got our A, H, and K. So if you remember the transformations, then you should be able to remember how to graph this, but we'll go over that again. So the key here, all right, is that the vertex is H, comma, K. All right, because if you remember, H moves it left and right, so that's the X value of the vertex, and K moves it up and down, so that's the Y value of the vertex. So what we're going to do today, just to get some more practice with completing the square and some warm up for graphing vertex form, is we're actually going to rearrange from standard form into vertex form and then get the vertex. Because remember, when you're graphing, the vertex is the most important part. So here we have the steps for graphing. Sorry, it's early in the morning. These are the steps for rearranging into vertex form. We're not graphing today. So how we're going to do this, all right? Now, normally it equals 0, right? And we just subtract the C value away. So we're still going to subtract the C value away. It's just that we're putting it over with the Y temporarily, all right? So the way that this is going to look, we've got Y minus 4 equals X squared plus 6X, all right? This is cool. Now we're going to add our C value to both sides now. Our B value is 6, right? So 6 divided by 2 squared, right? 6 divided by 2 is 3. 3 squared is 9. So we're going to be adding 9 to both sides. So that Y minus 4 plus 9, that becomes Y plus 5 equals X squared plus 6X plus 9. Now we can factor the right side. What multiplies to make 9 and adds to make 6, that's going to be 3, right? So we've got X plus 3 squared. And now, look, all we have to do is move this back over to the other side. We get Y equals X plus 3 squared minus 5. Okay? And now it looks like vertex form right here, right? So think about, what is our H value, what is our K value? Now, just like always, all right, I'm going to try and get both of these in the same shot. Just like always, the number in the parentheses is a little backwards, right? It's X minus H. This is X plus 3. So the H value is always going to be the opposite. Since it's plus 3, that means it's moving to the left by 3. K value is the same, so minus 5, so we're going down 5. So what is the vertex here? The vertex is going to be -3, -5. So you've got to remember that H value is always the opposite. Plus means to the left. And that's it. All right, so that's what we're doing today. I'll go over a couple more examples, 2 more, just so that you guys have them. All right. So what we're going to do, we are going to subtract 8 over to the left side, get that out of the way so we can add in our own C value. So we've got Y minus 8 equals X squared minus 12X. Now, what do we want to add to both sides? Well, 12 divided by 2 is 6. 6 squared is 36. So we're going to add 36 to both sides. So that'll give us Y plus 28 equals X squared minus 12X plus 36. Now we are going to factor the right side. Our factor here is -6, right? Because -6 plus -6 is -12. So we've got X minus 6 squared. Now we just bring the 28 back over. And that gives us Y equals X minus 6 squared minus 28. And so now we can figure out what our vertex is, right? So our h value, there, remember h is the opposite, so this is going to be 6. And our k value is negative 28. So this is a very low vertex, down at negative 28. But that's how you would do that. So last example we're going to go over, okay, what if you've got an a value, right? What if you've got an a value of 2? When you complete the square, we kind of went over this on our practice, all right, for day 2. You want there to be an a value of 1. So anytime you have an a value, you got to divide everything by 2. But notice, okay, you also have to divide that by 2, okay? So what that means is that we've got y divided by 2 equals x squared plus 4x minus 5. Now that's okay, all right, that we got that y divided by 2. We'll get rid of it later, all right? So now we're going to add our 5 over. By the way, why did I put this so low? Man, you are being loud with that vote. Sorry about that. So we got y over 2 plus 5 equals x squared plus 4x. Now, what do we want to add to both sides? What's our magic c value? Well, our b value is 4. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 2 squared is 4. So we're actually going to add 4 to both sides. So that gives us y over 2 plus 9 equals x squared plus 4x plus 4. So now we can factor the right side. Our value is going to be 2, so we got x plus 2 squared. Now we want to get y by itself, okay? So we got actually 2 steps here instead of 1. So we're going to subtract the 9 over, and that's going to give us y over 2 equals x plus 2 squared minus 9. But now we need to get that 2 out of the way, right? So we're actually going to multiply both sides by 2. And this is the part that I really want you to pay attention to, all right? You have to distribute with your 2, right? Because there's actually 2 things over here. So a 2 has to go out in front, all right, of the parentheses. And you should know this because your a value is 2, all right? But then you also have to multiply 2 by that number. So it actually becomes minus 18. So this is how you complete the square with an a value, all right? That a value should end up being the same a value as right here. But that doesn't affect the vertex, okay? So this value right here is plus 2, so we do the opposite. That becomes minus 2, and the k value is negative 18. So our vertex here is at negative 2 and negative 18. And that's how you would do this. So we're just getting more work with completing the square, but also introducing vertex form and being able to find the vertex, all right? So you've got 6 problems to try on your own, all right? We'll go over these tomorrow. Let me know if you have any questions, and have a great day.